We are watching every piece of Star Trek media, and today we finish Star Trek the Animated Series. Episode 22, the final episode, Alex.
You think this might be the last time we hear any relevant or similar original theme song. This might be the last one. Maybe hints of it in the movies. I mean, I don't know, but it's been a journey. I thought like, oh man, 22 episodes, you know, it'll last us a little bit, but I forgot how short they were. It's like, oh man, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, and after this, it's going to be really different because this has been like almost like an epilogue to watching TOS, I feel like. We'll discuss it more afterwards, though. But we're going to get jumping into the last episode, the series finale, per se, of the animated series, right now.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go, last time. And then, like, egg on our face when the motion picture opens up with the same intro. It's just a movie.
What?
And then we get the next gen and it's the same intro, just Patrick Stewart.
Captain's log. Started.
I'm sure it has to be similar in that manner, but I'm sure the music's different.
Again, Mr. Bill Reed.
I'm starting to think, was he just the director for the second season and they just didn't put him at the end?
Maybe, yeah. Babel.
All Federation planets are waiting to honor the Enterprise's distinguished passenger.
Journey to Babel 2?
First captain of the USS Enterprise, and for the past 20 years...
Whoa.
Now 75 years old, Commodore April has reached mandatory retirement age.
Ooh, mandatory.
I was there in the San Francisco Navy Yards when her unit components were built.
Lower. Who's this?
As the first medical officer aboard a ship equipped with warp drive, I'm afraid I had to come up with new ideas.
Oh, the first medical officer. Wow.
You're about to see another of the galaxy's most beautiful sights, the Beta Niobe's supernova.
So do you think it went from that guy to Pike and then Kirk?
Yeah, I mean, he's only 75. It's not like he's that old.
Yeah.
But if it's only 5-year journeys, though, 5-year missions, then maybe there was a few more thrown in there.
Oh, yeah.
Captain, sensors are picking up an unidentified object.
How do they assign the crews to what ships? Is there like a drawing of a hat? Just a random selection when it's time to go on a new 5-year journey?
At a speed that should be impossible to achieve. Something on the order of warp 36.
Warp 36? I think the fastest they've ever gone is 10, maybe?
Yeah.
Hard about helmsman, change course for 24 Mark 7.
Whoa!
We're having a small effect on other ship speed, Captain. It has dropped to a speed of warp 32.
Captain, they are making visual contact.
Wow, she looks so relaxed. Very casual sitting position. Is it backwards?
Sounded like it, yeah.
The woman is speaking in the same universal language we speak, but she is speaking in reverse.
Lieutenant, let's hear that tape backward.
Are they trying to say that English is a universal language? Or is it this whole time we've been hearing another language?
Beam is slowing my progress.
Yeah.
Release my ship at once or I am doomed.
Open hailing frequencies again, Lieutenant.
I don't know. In Star Wars, they call English basic. So maybe in this universe, they just call it the universal.
Yeah. Or like in Dungeons & Dragons, they call it common.
The engines are buckling. We cannot keep up at this speed.
Mr. Eriks, what is our speed?
Now at warp 11, Captain.
Whoa!
Still increasing speed, Captain. Warp 14.
Oh, shit.
Warp 15.
What?
Sir, I can't release the tractor beam.
What do you mean, Mr. Sulu?
Our controls are inoperative. The ship isn't responding like it should.
Oh, God.
And the other ship will contact the Nova in 1 minute, 58.3 seconds.
I'm sorry, Commodore. Mrs. April.
But you're gonna die.
We are still Starship personnel, Captain.
There's still one chance. After that ship enters the Nova, it should burn.
Probably would be the way they'd want to go out.
You heard that, Mr. Sulu.
Aye, aye, sir.
Mr. Scott, we're going to apply full braking power in a minute.
Aye,
I feel like these last few episodes, I really like that shot of him pressing the yellow button.
Yeah.
The alien vessel will contact Beta Niobe in 52.3 seconds, Captain.
God damn it, I know know, Spock. We're trying here.
Apparently it was not, Captain. Our tractor beam is still connected to her.
And we are still increasing speed. Contact with the Nova in 35.
Try turning off the Enterprise and turning it back on.
Contact in 20 seconds.
Keep trying those controls, Mr. Sulu. Still no change, Captain.
Eric's is fine.
He's thinking about what he's going to eat later.
15 seconds. 13.
Ham or turkey?
That was pretty good.
Nice, showing the flower dying.
Oh!
What?
Where are we?
There's a scene in Spider-Verse that looks exactly like this.
Oh, this is where they got it.
Captain's log, stardate 6770.6.
On the going backwards.
Captain Kirk, the Capellan flower.
I'm sure Captain Kirk has other problems besides your flower, dear.
Oh, God.
Before we entered this universe, it was about to die. And now, it's in full bloom again.
Oh, they're going to start reverse aging?
I was about to...
If it were growing younger again.
That's why they had the two older people on there. Yeah, smart, smart.
The longer we stay here, the younger we will become.
The alien ship is responding to our call, Captain.
Your interference almost cost me.
And that's why they were in reverse.
So, did this human species start off as old people and grow into...
Well, no, because to them, they're going normal. It's our universe that's backwards to them.
One star dying in our universe, and one star being born here, would recreate the correct conditions.
What are the odds of that happening?
Coincidence, Mr. Spock.
Captain, we are approaching.
When are we going to start seeing the aging effects?
Let's say, how fast does it take effect? I mean, they set up that flower, you know, blooms and dies within a couple hours. So that's why they had the flower. But I just wonder, they can't, right? Unless they're there for years.
Oh, you're saying like if it's a 1-to-1? Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's got to be the same time.
May I introduce my son, Carl IV?
My honor to meet you, gentlemen.
I was right.
Okay.
The flow of time is reversed. Then one is born at an old age and dies.
So they're all Benjamin Button.
Yes.
Exactly the problem I have been working on since Carla informed me of your troubles, Captain Kirk.
So how did she give birth?
Our home solar system is here. You entered our universe.
I wouldn't think about it too hard.
But any miscalculation anywhere along the way, and we'll be plunging tail first into a supernova.
Oh, you don't really have any other choice.
What if it ends with them dying?
Damn.
And that's why they don't consider it canon.
That's why, yeah.
I'll be glad to get home, but not necessarily to Babel. It only means the end of my career, Jim.
Damn. I wonder if they must adjust the mandatory age of retirement based on species, right? Because they have all different species in the Federation.
I mean, Vulcans can live to what, 200? 190? I can't remember.
Success.
Tractor beam working properly, Captain.
We're meeting the speed of Carla V's unmanned vessel, Captain.
Or maybe they don't consider it canon, because what if they do this thing, but they go to a different universe? A third universe.
But long before that, we shall all be children. And Captain, that also means we are losing our knowledge at an alarming rate.
Is he younger there?
I think they are supposed to look younger.
Operate the Enterprise.
How is our course, Mr. Sulu? I don't know. What am I doing here? Mr. Eriks, take over for him. Lieutenant Uhura, report to Navigation Console.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand all this equipment.
That's an interesting idea. I've seen, like, science fiction where they start to get younger, but never where they lose the information.
Yeah.
I will be capable of assuming command longer than anyone else. But even I will become too young to know what to do.
Who are you?
We're turning into children, unable to operate the ship.
10 minutes, 14.21 seconds, Captain. We shall arrive with...
Oh, Sue's gone.
You are no longer able to command the Enterprise.
Whatever you say. What shall I do?
Mr. Spock, as long as I am a...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Commodore April, command is yours.
Hey,
Commodore?
Command one more time.
I'm Captain April, Mr. Spock.
Oh, yeah.
Robert?
Quit talking. Let's go.
soldiers and children.
Make sure no harm comes to them, Sarah. We have to ignite that dead star if we're going home.
Oh yeah, since they're getting younger, they probably forgot everything that just happened. Right?
Apparently, yeah, if you forget your memories, yeah.
Assume your post at the navigation console.
But it seems they have a vague awareness of what's going on, but...
Directly ahead, Captain.
Oh my god, look at
12
Eric.
degrees south of Galactic Plane.
Arm Caller 5's...
He's still chilling.
9 seconds to impact. 8.
Everyone else is just gone.
So assuming they go through this thing, they'll just go back to normal?
Yeah.
2.
Hang on. We're going right into the heart of the Nova.
Oh,
Oh, look at Baby Spock! Screw Baby Yoda. Let's get Baby Spock merch. You want to make some money?
The reverse aging process has stopped.
But the Enterprise crew, they're all children.
If the life you've led has left you unfulfilled. No, Sarah. I don't want to live it all over again.
What?
We've had together.
Oh, Robert.
That's great, but I really do want to have more time on this Earth. So let's not go through the transport.
It gave all of us a second life.
all right.
Shit. Man, it's over.
That's a wrap on Star Trek, the animated series.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
We'll start off by just saying, yes, we are going to do a discussion video like we did for the seasons of the original series. We'll do our favorite episodes, all that kind of stuff. But we will just do a quick... Well, first, I guess I'll talk about this episode first. I liked it.
Yeah.
Better than Assignment Earth. And it gave us something we never saw before. A lot of the Enterprise members as kids. Unfortunate that Scotty and Dr. McCoy couldn't be involved in that last sequence there.
Yeah, it'd be funny if everyone got younger, but Bones is still like, I don't know, like an adult. You know what I mean? When they're all kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I see how it is.
But yeah, overall, yeah, I enjoyed that. I like the story with the two older, about to be retired members of the Federation. I enjoyed all that.
Yeah, I love that. I love the history of like a former Enterprise captain, the Enterprise being built in San Francisco. Yeah, I love this episode. I love the whole idea of another universe and everything in reverse. I'm like, oh, this is neat. Kind of the thought process of what happens to them when they're born and die freaks me out. But I love the whole reverse. You know, their space is white and it's all like black stars, and a supernova happens in reverse, so it's already a blown up star and then it turns into one. All that stuff was fascinating. I think this is the third episode in a row where Spock had to take command, but it paid off because he didn't end up taking command because this other guy was the Enterprise captain beforehand, and he got to take command one more time. And that message about, you know, if you've lived a life fulfilled, you don't want to go through it again. And that nice little spot with his wife. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
That was a really nice moment, although it happens so much in media of like that someone gets a chance to live their life again and they're like, no, I fulfilled my life. It's like, I don't know. It's like if anyone, I mean, we're still young, but it's like even I can recognize if anyone had that chance, 99% of the time you're taking it.
Oh God, yeah. I would do it in a second. Yeah.
Plus, it's not like one of them, like if he got young but his wife didn't, you know, and she was like, stay young while you can, and he was like, no, I want to be with you. No, they both became young.
Yeah.
So they could have grown old again together, but I don't know. I get it. It's a nice little message and a nice moment, but yeah, enjoyed the episode. Overall, just quick thoughts on the series. So with that episode down, that marks we've officially watched 101 episodes of Star Trek.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
And I would say overall this show exceeded my expectations for sure. I did not expect it to have as many episodes that I love as I do. Mm-hmm. So that's good. Is it the strongest? No. Like, is it fair to say it's probably weaker than, you know, all of the seasons of the original show? Probably. But, I mean, you're just talking about a different medium. So I think the fact that this even exists and was a pretty competent product, I'm satisfied with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with all that. It feels like just a weird offshoot season 4 or 5. You know, I know people love to talk about Star Trek Continues, but this is like, you know, the official, especially post, you know, the original series. It's fascinating to see what ideas they couldn't do in live action, and I think they really took advantage of it. You know, there's, you know, some dragons, some floating around, some giant Spocks. I mean, it's not like they played it safe. It's like they had There's a couple episodes that did, but man, did they have some ideas and they just went for it. And gotta respect it. And plus, 1970,
73,
yeah, 3 cartoon and just going for it. Just getting as much as you can in 20 minutes for the most part. I mean, some of them they felt stretched. Yeah, man, I loved it. I thought it was great. Nice little way just to end the 60s, 70s era of Star Trek. Because one of the first.
I think the first movie is 79, so right at the end of the 70s.
Gotcha. Yeah. So just and plus just finishing out like the final crew in like full original form. Because I think in the movies like they get like different uniforms and stuff. So yeah, it's almost like a second series. Well, it is a second series finale.
Yeah, and I'm glad we watched it because it would have been easy to just say, no, whatever, we can watch this some other time, or maybe as a Patreon extra one day or whatever, and just moved on to the movies. Like, we could have done that, but I just felt like, it was just, I feel like it would have been weird to not watch it, and so I'm glad that we did, because I feel like I was a little bit vindicated in that. Like, if we had tried to watch it and it was just like unwatchable and really bad, I would have felt like, we made a mistake, but no, it made it worth it. So I'm even more excited now to go into the movies. We'll see what that's like, and now we've had this a longer break between seeing the live action show and now going back to the live action movies. That's going to be wild, and we're going to be jumping right into it in just a few weeks, so you guys aren't going to be having to wait too long. We're going to do the discussion video just to wrap up some more final thoughts on the animated series, and then we'll be jumping into the movies and watching those, every few weeks until we get to Next Generation, which is something I'm also extremely excited for.
It's coming fast.
Well, that's going to be it. Let us know what you guys think of this episode and the series as a whole. But again, watch out for that series discussion video that's coming very soon. And if it's your first time here by chance, you can check out all of our reactions to this show and Star Trek, the original series, every single episode on the channel. Subscribe, become part of the target audience. Ah, crap.
Josh.